In this video, Kevin and I are going to be going over our likes and dislikes for the month of March. And March is a longer month, so we have quite a few things here. The first thing we always do is go through the dislikes just to get them out of the way, and that way we can hopefully end the video on a positive note. And I hate to have this in here because this is a Kentucky company, but you know,
it's the only one we have this month.
Yeah, it's the only hate. Like, so if it made this video, that means we really, really loved it or we really, really hated it. So it's pretty bad. That if it's in here. This is the Mom Blakemans Candy, and it's made in Lancaster, Kentucky. And we found these at a liquor store, like Total Wine or something like that is where we found these. And we bought more than this, but we paid like $60 for these things total. And they were a complete and total waste.
None of them were any good.
I may as well have taken 320s and just thrown them out in the wind. Because you can see these are still full. Nobody's going to eat these. Nobody's going to want these. They're horrible. All of
really
them are horrible. I wrote on here, hated, too artificial, no sweetness, no peanut butter flavor. Tastes like
potato.
Potato, yes.
Yeah, that potato candy really tasted like potato.
Yeah, these
like
were
mixed mashed potatoes in with it. It was awful.
Yeah, so these will go in the garbage. So a lot of times
we just saved them long enough to show this in the video.
Yeah, because they were horrible, and like I said, I hate doing that, but the truth is the truth, and you have to be honest.
Yeah, that's what we do.
So Hope sent us these are the Dave's Killer Bread. These are bars. This one was my favorite, the Trail Mix Crumble. These, when you take them out, they look a lot like a Cliff Bar. They're about the same size and everything. 210 calories, so I think that's a little bit lower than a Cliff Bar. But these were really great. The flavor was good, texture was good, and everything. And we do not get these around here. So these are only in select areas right now. And so Hope lives in Maryland, and she was able to get these in her area. And I had some other people asking me, where do you get them? Well, they're only in select areas now, I guess, until they figure out if they're going to be big sellers or not.
I mean, we get the bread, but we don't get the bars.
But not the bars, yeah. So the bars specifically, but those were really good. Do you want me to keep going?
Or? Got a lot over there.
I do have a lot over here. Well, I have things we bought ourselves, but then I have people like Georgianne. Georgianne sent us, I wanted to save this. This is Mama Bevs Bakery. These are St. Louis butter cakes.
They were good.
Our favorite this time was the pecan pie. And
they were all good though.
They were all good. Yes, the salted caramel. They make tons and tons of flavors. If you've ever had an ooey gooey butter cake, that's what these are like. And you can go to their website and they will ship it to your house. But the pecan pie was delicious.
It's really good.
But yeah, we were happy with all of them.
Yep, yeah, there wasn't a bad one in the bunch. Can we do these?
Sure.
Right. So these are two candies. We got the Sweet Tarts jelly beans and the Laffy Taffy jelly beans. They were both excellent. The Sweet Tart ones tasted like the chewy Sweet Tarts, that kind of flavor. They were really good.
They were just like that.
Yeah, they represented the flavor very well. And the Laffy Taffy also did a really good job of representing the flavor. And the banana ones, of course, are one of my favorites. So
those are things that we like to put in like a Ziploc baggie, and then when you're grazing through the kitchen,
you grab 5 or 6 of them and
graze.
Go. These are good. These are good jelly beans.
You can't put them near your desk though, because if you put
them,
I
sit there and constantly eat them.
They wouldn't last in no time at all if we put them by the desk. These, I'll show you these. These are sugar plum chocolates. These were specifically the milk chocolate cookies, and they Sugar Plum Chocolates sent these to us with some other things. They sent us some metal Easter eggs filled with jelly beans and all kinds of different candies, but these were my favorite thing that they sent me. And what I love that they were individually wrapped, so you could literally just eat that one cookie and you didn't have to worry about, once you've opened the container, they're all open. Now, it wasn't like that. But it was basically like an Oreo that had been dunked in fudge. But absolutely delicious. Very, very good quality chocolate.
Everything they had was pretty good.
Yes, very good. But this was my favorite from them. So
you can say that. What is that?
Well,
Manischewitz?
I would say Manischewitz, but I don't think I'm pronouncing it correctly.
It's okay.
And I know some people are nice enough to let me know how to pronounce it. Because I don't commit it to memory because it's not something that I'm going to say all the time. So like we've done this review, who knows when we'll ever have this brand again because it's not common in our area. So it's not something that, since I'm not saying it all the time, it's not something I commit to memory. Yeah. These are the macaroons, the red velvet.
And then the almond ones. They were just really good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Texture-wise, flavor, everything about them was really, really
Somebody
good.
left such a funny comment, and I wish I could remember the exact words. They said they're Jewish, and when they think of Passover food, they don't think of it as being sweet or like really delicious food. I don't know because I don't know anything about it. I said I cannot speak to any of that. But I can tell you, those are good. They're so delicious. They're so sweet. They have a great texture. And so I can only speak to those. So maybe, I don't know if you're giving up stuff for Passover. I don't know what you're doing for Passover. But for me, I would be over in the corner eating those. If nothing else is really good, then that would be my go-to. Because those are so good. This is from the Great American Fudge Company, Avalanche Snacks. These are crunchy cereal and pretzel buried in powder snow fudge. We bought these at Tuesday morning. We reviewed more than this one box. But these were delicious, and we've only seen these at Tuesday morning.
They're kind of like the reindeer crunch or whatever it's called. White trash.
What we call it white trash, but other people have different names for it.
100 different names for the exact same thing.
Yeah, but it's basically the same thing. It's overly sweet, but you get the crunchy, you get the salty. Very, very good. Then we tried I don't remember how we pronounced that. Lear, maybe? These were the Martin de Champagne truffles. I believe we bought these, maybe at Jungle Jim's International Market. I'm not sure because it's been a little while. It was at the very beginning of the month that we reviewed these, but they were wonderful, wonderful truffles. Love them.
I have a bunch of, looks like ice cream. Yeah.
You have a ton of ice cream. If you do all those at once, you're going to get rid of your whole stack.
Okay. So these are all Tillamook ice creams. So we have Utterly Chocolate, Oregon Strawberry,
Peaches and Cream, and Tillamook Mudslide.
Yeah, all of them were good. I mean, there wasn't a bad one in the bunch, honestly.
No.
And as we're we do these reviews and we're like, okay, which one's a favorite one? I'm like, all of them.
All of them, yeah.
They're all worth eating.
Let's see, what do you have? The Strawberry, Utterly Chocolate. I don't know. They really were all really good in their own way. Yep. If you like peaches, you would want to get the peaches and cream. If you like the strawberry, you'd want to get that.
Out of these, probably my favorite was the strawberry. Yeah, the mudslide was really good too.
This is a brand that's been around for a while, but it is just now becoming popular in our area. And they
started with their cheese slowly coming in, and then they've gotten more and more stuff coming in.
Yes, and so did I have a price tag on him? No. Okay. Well, I don't remember where exactly we bought these.
No, I've seen them at like Meijer.
But I know at our Kroger, they are getting more and more of them, and I'm just so pleased because these are sealed.
Yeah, they're just excellent.
Unlike the Bluebell, which is not sealed at all, has no seal on it. These are sealed, and so this is something that we try all the flavors.
Same thing with the Edie's. Edie's, no seal. There's some Edie flavors I would love to try. Not going to do it.
No, we just won't because they're not sealed. So,
and you know what? We complained about that years and years and years ago. I mean, many, many years ago.
Oh, yeah, and Edie's didn't
care. Flat out said, no, we're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, they didn't care. So this, I thought these were delicious. The Tates Bake Shop. These were the vegan vanilla maple cookies.
Tates in general are pretty good.
Yes, they are, but these were exceptional. Like, I would rather have these than the regular non-vegan, like, chocolate chip cookies. I thought these had a terrific flavor. So I'm thinking we bought them at Whole Foods, but you can go back and check the video if you're curious. Very, very delicious cookies.
Here's another ice cream. It's the Hudsonville Toasted Coconut. And you did right on here, we bought it at Meijer for $4.99.
Yeah.
Hudsonville's a good brand too. It really is.
Hudsonville, we can only find it at Meijer as far as these tubs. Now, a lot of you know Hudsonville makes the Little Debbie, which are Walmart exclusive.
Which you also can't find.
They came out one time in our area. We got like one batch, and that was it.
Yeah, never got them in again.
And we're very disappointed because of that. So even though we love Hudsonville ice cream, Kevin's like, you shouldn't make deals if you can't keep up with production.
Don't make a deal with a store that you can't keep up with. Especially Walmart. Walmart's going to sell nationwide, and they're going to sell a lot of them.
Yeah.
Hudsonville needed to say, we need to think about this before we make a deal with Walmart, because we're going to make a lot of ice cream.
Yeah.
And clearly, somewhere in the chain is broken, whether it's manufacturing or delivery and shipment, or Walmart somehow getting it out of the store. Somewhere in that process is bad.
Yeah, but it's disappointing.
Yeah, haven't seen them since.
Yeah, and we never did get to try that. Was it strawberry shortcake roll?
Well, and my favorite flavor was the white trees. At
Christmas.
And they got a batch of like 20 things of it. We got one, that was it.
I've
never seen them again. It's like, that's so good, they need to keep it out all year round.
They're not going to, because it's Christmas trees, and they're only going to
make fancy cake then. No, it seemed like they make fancy cake, and it wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good, yeah. They made the zebra stripes.
Yeah,
zebra cake.
That's what I mean, zebra cakes.
Yeah, and it wasn't as good.
No.
Okay, let me do some of mine, because I've got stacks here.
Good stacks. Go through your stacks.
Now, we both love these. These are the Fresh Market brand. These are cheese straws. So these were
like a good cheese straw.
White cheddar Parmesan, and these were the bagel spice. Everything bagel spice. Yeah, everything bagel spice. So good. These were delicious cheese straws. This is something that you can just sit on the couch and mindlessly eat, or you can pour them out in a dish for a party, whatever. There's nothing like a good cheese straw, though.
I know. I've seen recipes for making these on your own. One of these days I might try to make them.
These are things that we bought ourselves. So this is the Freya brand. These were milk chocolate with caramel filling. They were excellent. This was and I believe these things all came from Jungle Gems, except I'll tell you when we're done with Jungle Gems. Gertrude Hawk chocolates. This is the milk chocolate caramel bar. Fantastic. I believe you pronounce this Pergali or Pergali. We haven't had it in a while. I didn't commit it to memory. This is the dark chocolate. Believe it or not, dark chocolate made the video. And this is the milk chocolate crispy caramel. This is a terrific brand. And we found these not only in the chocolate bars, but also boxes of chocolates with smaller pieces. Terrific. And they're not really expensive. $1.99 for that huge candy bar. That's awesome. This is a milk chocolate with almonds. This is an Ion bar. It was exceptional. And now I know these came from Aldi. And these are the Milk Bear Bites. They're hazelnut. Let me tell you who loved these. It's our granddaughter. Well, they all loved them, but especially our youngest, Evie. Evie ate and ate and ate. And I have since been told, I haven't been in Aldi for a long time, but I've since been told that they're not selling these now.
Aldi's like that.
I would have thought, though, this would have been something they would have kept in all the time, just like their other Shogettin bars and stuff like that. I would have thought they would have kept these, and apparently, at least at that person's Aldi, they don't have them. But she ate and ate until she couldn't eat anymore because she loved them. But they are delicious.
They were very, very good. Let me do some.
If you want, because I've
you only got three more piles.
Okay. 3
maybe 4
piles.
Okay, these are, I'll do them both, but this one is the Kroger Franks in a Blanket pork smoked sausage. Me and Tammy tried these out and ate them for dinner.
Yeah, it was dinner. Yeah.
It was dinner.
Yeah.
These are very good. And what made them so good was the sausage themselves tasted like a really spiced, like, hot dog or a sausage. It was really had a good
like
seasoning to it. Yeah, it had a good seasoning to it. And these are the Aldi Appetitos. This one is the everything Franks in a blanket. So basically the same theme, but these are the Aldi version. And the good about this was also the little Frank in the middle had a seasoning to it, but these also had a seasoning on the outside as well.
Right.
So these were just really, really good. And you open them up, throw them in the oven, you're done.
Yeah,
they're really good.
Very easy. Let's see. Okay, these are all from Maria in Berlin, Germany. So Maria, she sends us so much. As a matter of fact, she just sent us more of these. This brand. This is the Griessen. These are soft cakes. These are the orange. They're like a Jaffa cake, except honestly, they have a stronger flavor than Jaffa cakes. Those were
and the cake's
wonderful.
A little bit better too.
Yes. This is the After 8. I know that After 8 is very popular in the United Kingdom as well. If you've ever had them, they're wonderful. Mint. So this was a selection of dark white and mint. Fantastic. This is a Milka peanut caramel bar. This is the Toblerone fruit and nut bar. And we hadn't had one of those in a while. And it was delicious.
I've heard some people say that that's their favorite brand of chocolate.
Oh, period. Yeah. This is a Ritter Sport, and this is salted caramel. And somebody had left a comment saying, I can't believe they hadn't done that before. Salted caramel.
It's surprising.
It's exceptional. Really. Exceptional bar. And then these are both the Niederegger brand. This was an apple bourbon, which was very flavorful and unique. And then this one is a marzipan nougat. And Niederegger, they're very delicious marzipan bars anyway. That's what they do, is they combine marzipan with other flavors.
That was hazelnut.
But the nougat, right. But they're known for their marzipan. So, like, if you go to World Market, you're going to be able to find the Niederegger brand. Don't hesitate to buy it, because it's...
If you like marzipan.
If you like... Well, that's what... A lot of people have told me they've never tried marzipan. Oh. You just have to try it. And you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it.
I think the only reason you really dislike it would be the texture. It's a little grainy, gritty.
Yes.
But it's like ground up nuts. So it's like almonds.
It's almonds, yeah.
So it makes sense that it's a little gritty.
Right.
Hey, you want to do them?
Yeah.
Here, you can say that one.
These,
is that all the same? Oh, yeah, Mascot.
It's all the same brand. These were all bought as well at Jungle Jim's International Market. This is Mascot brand, and this was a Honey Nut Crunch bar.
And then I have chocolate covered pecans and praline pecans. And this one is the peanut brittle.
Anything you can get, just like I just said, the Niederegger brand, anything you can get from Mascot is pretty much delicious.
It's very good. And that peanut brittle was good and soft crunch too.
Yes.
It wasn't really hard and glass-like.
It was
excellent.
It was wonderful. I know the first thing we ever tried, I believe, from Mascot, we found it at Cracker Barrel, and it was their coconut, coconut covered in chocolate. It's wonderful. It's just buy it because it's great. This, I have two items left to show you. They're both Duncan Hines. Duncan Hines is my favorite brand for a cake mix. If I'm going to buy a cake, a mix, I prefer Duncan Hines. And this is the new Dolly Parton's Southern Style Banana. And it is a delicious cake.
Super moist, fluffy cake.
Very fluffy, very moist. But it's totally fake banana.
Oh yeah.
So
there's nothing real about it.
Extra fake banana, but if you like that Runts banana flavor, you're going to love it in this cake because it's so good.
And they give you a recipe on the back for the banana pudding cake.
Yeah, the pudding. Which
is what the picture is on the front.
Yeah, because you have pudding in the
But
center.
there's extra stuff you just have to get. But
right.
I like it that they give you two options you can do.
Yes, and then my other Duncan Hines
that's some good stuff right there.
Listen, this is the cookie dough frosting. you could just buy this to eat it out of the container. You don't have to have a cake. You don't have to have brownies to put it on. You don't have to have anything to put this on. You could just buy it and eat it like Goldie Hawn did in Death Becomes Her with a spoon. It is absolutely terrific. 5 out of 5. That's why it made this video. This is good stuff.
And the last thing we have is the cheddar, the Zatarains cheddar garlic biscuit mix.
And that was sent to us from Georgianne.
Yeah, the similar to the Red Lobster mix and stuff like that. This is the Zatarains version of it, and it was really good. It was an excellent flavor and everything.
Yes, it was nice. It's one that you have to add cheese to,
which most of them do.
Right, most of them do. So just like the Red Lobster, you're going to add some cheese to it. But yes, it has it had a great flavor, and the texture was nice too.
Yeah, and a good buttery covering on top because you put butter on top and it's good and buttery.
Yes, it was delicious.
It was very good.
So now Kevin has a lunchtime review channel where he reviews ready like shelf-stable meals or frozen meals. He does that 4 times a week, and then
sandwiches.
And then once a week he goes out to eat. So this is stuff he likes.
This was 2 items. The only thing I had this month, and I liked them both. They were Digiorno. There are the stuffed pizza bites. This one is the 4-cheese pizza and the pepperoni pizza bites. I gave them 4.5, and I said they were just very good, basically.
Both really good.
Yeah, both really good. The textures were good. They were. I remember these being very soft, doughy, like almost little miniature pizza doughs. You know, with pretty decent amount of filling. I would much rather have these than the regular pizza bites that you'd buy at like Tostino's or something like that. These are much better than those. It's so different from them too.
Right.
Because Tostino's, they were like a crispy shell, almost like an egg,
almost
like an egg roll.
Flat and hard.
They're little pillows, but the outside's kind of like an egg roll. It's very thin, deep fried kind of texture.
Okay.
This is bread-like texture. It's like really literally bread.
And he heated those in the microwave.
I did them in the microwave.
And he still liked them that much.
Yeah, so you can do them in the oven, which are probably
they probably would have gotten a 5 out of 5 if he had put them in the oven.
Sometimes the texture is different, sometimes it's not. In this particular case, I'm thinking the microwave was fine. I don't know if it would have been any different in the oven. It may have crisped up a little bit in the oven, but that's literally going to be the only difference is the crispiness of the outside. But they were perfect the way they were. Yeah.
So I told you Kevin goes out to eat once a week. Those videos go up on Thursday. So today, when this video's coming out, you will find out. You're going to get a sneak peek into what Kevin ate today. So this month was longer, so he ate out 5 times. There were 5 Thursdays this month. So
and I usually forget what I had at the beginning of the month.
Yeah, you had the Arby's spicy fish sandwich.
Okay, they got good views.
Oh, we're both shocked.
It's like, why did this have over 3,000 or 4,000 views on it?
Oh no, it's crazy. It's like 19,000.
Oh really? Last time I looked, it was like 3.
I'm thinking that video has a crazy amount of views. We don't know why it has so many views.
Didn't do anything different.
No, he always does it in the same way. So it's like, why did that video get so many views? I don't know.
People were interested in the spicy fish.
I wish they all got that many views.
Yeah.
I wish I got that many views. I don't get that many views. So I don't know what you did.
Random video.
And then you had the Rowley's Fry Seasoned Chicken Tenders with fry seasoned mozzarella sticks and the seasoned fries. And then you had Zaxby's Signature Club Sandwich and Spicy Signature Club Sandwich. Then you had the Fat Burger, medium fat burger and fat fries.
Remember that.
And then today what you're going to see if you go to the Lunchtime Review channel is you're going to see the Culver's North Atlantic Cod Filet.
Yeah, now I have to look at that.
And hopefully he gets as many views.
Yeah. 2 of these things, actually 3 of them are okay. The fat burger was just okay. It wasn't a bad burger. It wasn't a great burger. It was just okay burger. And the fat fries, they were the big steak fries. I'd rather get skinny fries next time. I would never get the fat fries again. But the burger was, it was okay. It was typical fast food burger.
Is there a place you would compare it to?
No, not really. It doesn't.
Was it really, really thin, or was it thick? Or?
It's about between a McDonald's quarter pounder and a regular hamburger. It's around a quarter pounder size.
So it wasn't like a steak and shake or like really thin?
No, not paper thin like a smash burger or something like that.
Okay.
I think it's a third of a pound, but that's before they cook it. But anyway, they grill it really well, so it's got a good sear on it. I did like that part of it, but it just, as far as the flavor goes, they didn't really season it or anything. It was just the meat, which was good. It just, again, it just didn't blow me away. It wasn't anything bad. It wasn't anything special. It was just...
It's funny you said they didn't season the meat, because you also, I remember you saying that they did not put salt on the French fries.
The French fries were very bland. Super, super bland.
He said they didn't put any salt, and then I think somebody left you a comment that said that they don't.
Yeah.
He said that's something that or he or she, whoever left the comment, said they don't season their fries, and it's like, why?
Yeah, I mean, everybody throws some salt on them. McDonald's puts salt on them.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was an okay experience. It wasn't a great, like I said, it wasn't bad by any means. If you got a fat burger in here, go for it. You'll love it. But it wasn't something I would go back over and over and over again, or I wouldn't go buy a bag of them and bring home for a family. It just wouldn't be a place I'd go.
Maybe next time you go, you can try something new.
Something a little more exciting.
Something different, yeah, because they do have lots of other things.
So that was just mediocre. It was okay. Even worse was the Rally's fry seasoned chicken. Again, it was okay, but the fry seasoning didn't taste it at all on the chicken or the the mozzarella stick. Really didn't have that fry seasoning, which is so strong on the fries. You just didn't really taste it. So that was kind of a letdown. And honestly, the Culver's, the fish sandwich, I gave it a 4, so it's not bad, but it just really wasn't. I wanted a little stronger fish flavor, and it really didn't have a super strong fish flavor. It was very, very light on the fish flavor.
I've had Culver's fish years ago, and I remember that about it. I remember it was a little greasy.
It is greasy because they deep fry it.
But I do remember it doesn't have much of a fish flavor. No. You're mainly eating it for the breading.
Yeah, the breading is good. The breading was excellent, and the slaw was basically mayonnaise and lettuce, or cabbage is what it tasted like. The other two, though, that I really, really like, the Arby's spicy fish sandwich, I would get anytime. Although I personally probably wouldn't get the spicy version because it was spicy. But it was excellent. And Zaxby's signature chicken club sandwich, I'd get that any day of the week. It was huge. The chicken was that thick. I would get that any day of the week, and the spicy really wasn't. I mean, it was spicy, but it wasn't that spicy. So it wasn't as spicy as like Chick-fil-A spicy chicken.
Oh, okay.
Will literally set me on fire it depends on who makes it too. Because Chick-fil-A, because Tammy gets the spicy chicken every time she goes.
And sometimes
it'll you can't hardly eat it.
Sometimes it's so hot. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to eat, and other times it's
barely hot at all.
But sometimes it's like the perfect amount.
Yeah, and then other times it's hardly spicy.
I wish we had a Zaxby's closer to us.
Yeah, we don't have one. Even if we go to Lexington, there's not one on this side of town. You have to kind of go out to get one.
Yeah.
But that out of the 5, Zaxby's probably is the one I would pick out of the bunch.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. And what was the other one I said?
Arby's.
The Arby's fish sandwich was excellent too. It was really, really good. It's different to have spicy fish where you can actually still taste the fish.
Right.
That was a perfect example of you can actually get the flavor of the fish and the spice. Whereas the Culver's one, I really didn't taste the fish.
I think it's cool that he has bragged so much on Arby's fish when they're known for their roast beef. They're usually you go there and you get what they're known for, and they're known for roast beef, and yet you really love that fish. So I think
their chicken's good. So
yeah, he had reviewed their chicken before, and he was really impressed with the chicken.
I pretty much liked everything Arby's has had. I don't know of anything I really dislike from Arby's. Mm-hmm. The gyro, that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
Tammy's had some of that.
I got a bite of it. Yes, it was delicious.
It was excellent.
Yeah, anyway. It was delicious.
But Zaxby's good. I don't like their chicken tenders as much as Cane's, but I like their chicken sandwich.
The chicken sandwich, yeah. Well, and it's funny how different restaurant the chicken sandwich can taste completely different from the chicken tenders. Yeah. That's just like Popeyes.
Popeyes is a perfect example.
Popeyes, I love the chicken sandwich. Do not like the chicken tenders so much. They're
not
okay.
Seasoned. They're not really seasoned at all.
Yeah, they're okay, but it's that does not taste like the chicken sandwich. So if you're getting the chicken tenders, to me, you're not getting the full experience. And what's funny is is we went to Popeyes in the airport. I was hoping to get a sandwich. They didn't eat. Where was that? Detroit? Detroit airport?
They only had tenders.
They don't even sell the sandwiches. They don't even offer them. And I don't know if it's because they don't want to have to fool with taking bread to the airport and keeping fresh bread there. But they do not.
Biscuits.
Well, that's true. Yeah. But they don't sell sandwiches in the airport.
No, they had chicken tenders and they had fried chicken. But they didn't have sandwiches.
So I don't know why. So if anybody knows why, I'd
say they just want a limited menu where they don't have to fool with as much because it was fairly small.
Yeah. Well, this has been a fun month though. It's been a longer month.
Yeah,
so
lots of stuff.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see what April brings. I hope you all enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.